That is true. This is arguably one of the most important matches in the tournament because it's going to determine whether or not the one of the players in this game are going to get a chance to take something from the prize pool. Here we go. VexX LDZ versus Boo's Egg Soup. Thunder, right?
3, 2,
We're hopping right in. I have no idea who's gonna win this, to be honest.
No, Egg Soup being incredibly aggressive, LDZ being LDZ, switching up his playstyle all the time, but preferring Katars. Egg Soup finds the spear, goes for that sidelight, tosses the spear directly into the air. Most players, they're not really finding any damage, but Egg Soup's getting a move here and there. There's that that D-Light Cider into the weapon toss. LDZ's yet to get any damage. That's a stock.
Okay.
LDZ,
Alright.
LDZ didn't do damage.
Yep, that happens. Eggsoup does that.
LDZ's kind of struggling to figure out what's going on right now, but Egg Soup holding on to the spear, immediately taking advantage of LDZ's position. Barely taking any damage on his first stock yet, and LDZ holds onto the spear, tosses into his face, finds the guitars. Egg Soup now on arm, tries to go for a ground pound, a down air, anything, finds the sword, still at a stock advantage.
Yeah, this is what happens when you go against Eggsoup and you're not prepared. You just sort of get blasted by this insane amount of aggression before you even know it hits you. You see in the second stock, LDZ is actually winning, sort of. He actually gets the stock off of Eggsoup. Now that he's like realized what Eggsoup's doing, but it's kind of too late. You already lost a whole stock. Like, you gotta play flawlessly if you want to win now. Eggsoup dive kicking into the mine.
And LDZ just waiting there, immediately goes for neutral, but Egg Soup actually hits him with the haymaker. Oh no, is LDZ gonna die again? What's Egg Soup doing? I'm so scared for both these players when they're off stage. LDZ staying on the side of Thunder Guard, has the guitars in his hands, but Egg Soup finds that ground pound, tosses the weapon directly into LDZ's face. What an excellent weapon toss. Ooh, the bomb bouncing still active. LDZ holding on to his guitars, playing incredibly patiently, but gets hit by a side air that disarms him and sends him flying. LDZ's out of his air dodge. Waits patiently. Ooh, does he take Egg Soup with him? No, he doesn't.
He gets the damage in, though, which is actually kind of important, because now Egg Soup's only a few hits away from kill percent. He has to hit Egg Soup like 2 times, and then he's in kill percent for a side sig or something.
Egg Soup tosses.
We see like one more hit. So this is actually very possible, bro.
Yeah, LDZ can get a lot of damage onto Egg Soup very quickly if he plays it correctly, but Egg Soup's making these trades even, and at a stock advantage, that's not what LDZ wants. A recovery ends up connecting into a weapon toss to another recovery. LDZ's already in the red, a down air. Egg Soup's looking for more damage to get onto LDZ. Ooh, that charging slide, neutral sig to down air. Wow, Egg Soup's offstage game is brutal. You just lose your stock in an instant if you're not paying attention. Absolutely insane. Egg Soup bans out of Twilight and Ship. No funny business with this man. He's ready to move on to the next game in this loser semis match. He wants the money.
Soup, looking like he's gonna go ahead and take some. This is basically a money match for $20, right? Like no matter what.
No matter what, yes.
Winner of this gets money. Winner of this gets no money. This is pretty hype.
Tournament game for LDZ here. He cannot drop another one if he wants to move on into the top 3. LDZ says, go black, give me a second.
Wow, so after that, I have to wonder if LDZ is even going to be capable of dealing with this. Because LDZ doesn't have good offstage guitars. Well, I shouldn't say that. He has pretty decent offstage guitars. But like,
I haven't been seeing them showcased a lot in this tournament particularly, however. He's been actually staying a lot to center stage. But he hasn't been going for those offstage guitar games. He's been playing a lot safer.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference, is Egg Soup actively attempts to push the game off stage, and so he has probably the most offstage experience in the game, just doing crazy stuff all the time, right? And then I don't think LDZ is comfortable with that. Like, LDZ is a meme for a reason, and it's because he very often has some issues off stage. Like
in that match against Exo. The very first stock, he dropped it almost within like 10 seconds.
So I guess it's really just going to come down to whether or not LDZ can get the favorable. Like, if he can gimp Egg Soup off stage, that's probably going to be his...
I think something that I have to consider in that first match is that first stock was incredibly dominant. I think LDZ did not keep track of his jumps. And I don't think we're going to be seeing such a clean stock taken from LDZ from eggsoup again.
Yeah. Probably not a clean 100 to death again, but
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, LDZ's
Seen a
finally
little
saying that
stuff
he's
in the chat.
returned.
I have seen LDZ play VexX before in tournament, in a grand finals. So he's not only Queen 9, he's just 99% Queen 9.
It's definitely his main legend. Spear and Katars are his two most comfortable weapons, and no other legend that uses it besides Queen 9. And we're going into the second game of this best of 3 and loser semis on Blackguard.
Alright, let's see if LDZ can overcome the eggsoup barrier or not.
LDZ finds the first weapon. The spear hits that neutral light, tosses aside, and immediately denies eggsoup of another weapon, and already eggsoup has been denied of that early lead potential. Finds the Katars, gets that neutral light, another side light, a down sig to read the spot dodge. LDZ is on fire with this stock, hits him into the orange with these Katars, taking complete control of the momentum on Blackguard.
Yeah, eggsoup's actually been taking more damage than dealing right now.
Ooh, that
Oh my
cider
gosh, that almost
on the
killed
platform. He's gonna go for another cider or a ground pound. There's that cider. Eggsoup's on jumps.
It's it.
That's the stock. Complete reversal of the last match.
Wow. Yeah, eggsoup suddenly on the back burner here as he has to figure out a way to make up this stock deficit.
LDZ, I guess all that mattered was that he got the weapon first, was able to deny eggsoup of what he needed, and he got really solid reads that just led to insane conversions. Eggsoup tries to go for that down, or that ground pound down air follow-up, but LDZ's ready for it this time. Holds on the Katars, goes for that recovery, actually hits him. Still holds on to the Katars, it catches his landing with the neutral light. Eggsoup's already in the red. LDZ's going to take a 2-stock lead.
This was really a brilliant map pick by LDZ. Like, how is Egg gonna gimp you if you're on Blackguard, right? You're gonna have the advantage as a Katar user on Blackguard because of the way recovery works in a diagonal. The platform on the side is really favorable for you. Wow.
But he lands into that down sig, but he still manages to recover and actually does a decent amount of damage to Eggsoup on the way back. Goes for the weapon, finds the spear, but Eggsoup picks up the sword, the down air, hits him into the platform, doesn't quite kill. LDZ insane patience with that recovery into that air dodge. Eggsoup still can't convert into a kill. The ground pound, will he go for the recovery into the weapon toss? Nearly kills Eggsoup off the top. Eggsoup's taking so much damage on the second stock of his. The ground pound doesn't hit. Eggsoup can't seem to kill. Neither can LDZ.
Both players have so much damage right now. Like, actually anything will kill right now. This is insane.
Katars holding on to
I think a
the
Nair
recovery.
is getting close to killing.
No, what, a Katar Nair? Jeez, yeah,
Oh,
but
the
there
weapon throw.
is the sword toss to hit LDZ in the face and send him flying, but Eggsoup can't get hit by a single move. LDZ, don't go for that bomb trade, it's not worth it. Tosses aside, has this spear, goes to that neutral signature. Ooh, the ground pound, that'll end it. Solid stock lead over Eggsoup right now.
Okay. So Eggsoup gets the spear. See what he can do. LDZ doing a nice dodge through of the weapon throw.
LDZ holding on to the Katars. Ooh, 2 sidelights in a row coming from Eggsoup as LDZ tries to do his best to get some kind of damage with the Katars. Eggsoup goes for that ground pound, but the neutral air, I think that might do it. No, the recovery brings him back, but that's a dangerous spot for Egg to be in. The side air forces Egg to recover on the other side of the map. All this damage Eggsoup's willing to take, or LDZ is willing to take in regards to these trades. Ooh, goes for that recovery. Eggsoup doesn't find the Nair, but these neutral airs are landing one after another, and LDZ still has a stock lead.
I mean, yeah, LDZ's like losing a little bit, but he's still trading. And trading is exactly what you want to do in this situation.
Yes, definitely. Eggsoup in the
Cheeky
orange.
little slide charge neutral sig.
Wow.
Doesn't really connect there.
Nice downer into picking up that spear into an air follow-up. Goes for that ground pound, but doesn't quite hit. Eggsoup struggling to end the stock. He needs to end the stock now if he wants a chance. There's that side stick interrupted by that the neutral light, but Eggsoup goes to that ground pound. Very risky considering it's his last stock, and the cider ends it. He takes the stock. Eggsoup has the opportunity to bring this back and win 2-0 over LDZ.
Okay. Wow. LDZ has a pretty decent lead here, but Eggsoup definitely not to be counted out. Any sort of signature will kill.
Ooh, that charged neutral sig. If that was a down sig, I would have been terrified for Eggsoup's life. The side air hits, goes to the recovery, waits out that weapon toss, and that nearly kills Eggsoup. Eggsoup can't get hit by another recovery. Wow, that ground pound just skimming past Eggsoup's head. Ooh, another well-placed side air.
Wow,
Eggsoup.
beautiful nairs and side airs.
Yeah, coming from
This
Eggsoup.
game's not looking so one-sided.
That side stick, however, LDZ lands with the neutral air, but LDZ's, that's the cider that we need.
Player
ends up
Actually
killing
pretty
eggsoup
close.
off the bottom. But yeah, that was insanely close. eggsoup doesn't let the fact that he's on his last stock or how much damage he's take phase him when it comes to being off stage with the sword. He was willing to chase LDZ around constantly, still willing to play his regular aggressive game, and brought LDZ into the red and nearly took the game.
Okay. The winner of this game will get money. The loser is out with nothing.
Yes, this is tournament game for both players.
3, 2,
This is going to be intense. Let's see who gets the lead. I have no idea. I don't know what to expect. LDZ finding the side air early on.
eggsoup holds onto the sword. Ooh, tossed the spear into his face. LDZ playing onto the spear, tossed to the side. Goes for the unarmed combat, but eggsoup's ready to respond with a side light with the sword. Goes for that D-light, doesn't connect, and LDZ charged that neutral signature, trying to read eggsoup for jumping in, but eggsoup has an incredible amount of patience, but he's still taking a lot of damage on this first stock. LDZ hits him with that side light, goes for the side stick. eggsoup's ready to punish. Will he go for the ground pound? No. LDZ's allowed to recover.
Damage is looking really equal right now.
Ooh, but the ground
eggsoup
pound
looking for an edge guard, and he might get it.
definitely
LDZ's
does. eggsoup's offstage game saves him once again, and even though LDZ didn't take that much damage, eggsoup takes the lead 3-2 on this last game. eggsoup gets the recovery. LDZ finds the spear, but he's trying to land. Ooh, he does land, finds that neutral light into the neutral sig. That sends him flying, but that's not going to kill him quite yet. The spear just flies off into the distance. LDZ positions for the ground pound, but gets hit by that down air from the spear, and he needs to end the stock now and needs to end it fast, otherwise he's going to find himself snowballing into a deficit.
Okay. Finds the recovery. LDZ is looking okay. So is eggsoup. Pretty even game.
eggsoup finds the sword, goes in for a downer, doesn't connect with his side air. LDZ spot dodges in place, goes to that side line,
wow.
gets wrecked by a flurry of sword attacks by eggsoup. eggsoup manages to get back on stage using a downer and side lights to cover LDZ's landings, but LDZ now has control of center. Ooh, waits him out with that neutral sig. And oh gosh, the neutral sig from the GC nearly killed eggsoup off the top. That would have been devastating. It doesn't quite work, but any lower and it would have worked. The down sig charged, doesn't quite hit. eggsoup gets disarmed by a side air below the stage. LDZ tries to go for a ground pound, but misspaces it. eggsoup has the nairs in place. Both players can take each other's stocks right now.
Wow. Neither player is able to find the kill just yet. So close. Either player can get to the next kill. Oh, the recovery not quite killing off the top. Tries to find the nair, but it doesn't connect.
Well, LDZ tosses the bomb in the air. Oh gosh, what was that? I thought the sword knocked him into the bomb, but it deactivated just in time. eggsoup pulls on the bomb. LDZ does an excellent dare to get underneath the stage. eggsoup's trying to bait him out with these ground pounds right now. Both players are in the red, but that excellent chase dodge with that weapon toss. He doesn't get the kill off of it, but still,
Nice
so great. Hits him off the stage, looks for the guitars, he finds it. Both players don't want to lose the stock. I feel like whoever loses the stock loses the game. There's the side air. Ooh, eggsoup loses it. Let's see if he can bring it back, if he can even this up right away. This is anybody's game.
He can kill with like anything though. Like a side air will definitely kill with a sword right now. Maybe even a neutral.
LDZ just wants to land one move. There's the side light, that having an incredible amount of force. LDZ's trying to get any kind of damage in right now. eggsoup holds onto the sword. There's the side air. Even. Dead even on his stocks. 1-1. eggsoup holding onto the spear. 2 side lights in a row. Gets punished by that spike ball from LDZ. LDZ just waiting patiently for a weapon to spawn. Goes for that chase dodge. Neutral light doesn't work out. eggsoup sending out 2 side lights in a row. I don't know why he's going for these side lights all of a sudden. LDZ is getting the unarmed combat on eggsoup, but there's the D-light into side air. LDZ holding on the spike ball. Gets the recovery follow-up. Still fighting unarmed. Finally finds the spear.
Still just so close. Both players trading damage so much.
What? He walked into the neutral sig. eggsoup.
That's his punish up.
That's devastating. He must have thought it was a different sig. I don't know. Either way, he's now in kill percent, and LDZ's only in the orange. eggsoup's playing really slowly now on the side of the stage. Holds onto the guitars. Goes for that side light. Hits him. eggsoup, oof, barely dodges out of that side signature, goes in for that side light into the neutral light, doesn't quite work out, but now he's getting damage on the LDZ. LDZ dodges out of that neutral signature, he's got his jumps back. eggsoup is trying to end the stock, but that dodge into the neutral air is so great. Both players are at kill percent.
The side air will do it! LDZ! Guaranteed third place. eggsoup is out.